I have total
Okay. Okay.
overall 16 years of experience. Okay,
Okay.
out of which 8 years into SAP and 8 years is domain experience. Okay, so
Okay.
I worked
Fine.
I worked in pharmaceutical industries, various pharmaceutical industries where I used to manage warehouse and I used to look after purchasing activities, those kind of activities. Okay,
Okay. Great.
subsequently I
Hmm.
did my SAP certification and I moved to SAP consulting. Okay,
Okay.
so I implemented SAP for various industries like pharmaceuticals, automobiles, and
Hmm.
brewery industry. So these are
Hmm.
some of the industries for which I implemented SAP MM.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I am basically based out of Hyderabad. Okay,
Okay.
I am working for one of the leading IT consulting company in India. Okay,
Okay.
so currently I'm
Okay.
working as a solution architect.
Hmm.
So this is
Solution
my
architect. Okay.
overall profile was. Okay,
Okay. Great, sir.
so we'll move
Okay.
on. We'll move on. So we'll see the course content.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the course content was.
Yeah.
Okay, so first we will have the SAP overview and SAP MM overview. Okay,
Hmm.
and then we'll see the organizational structure. Okay,
Hmm.
and then we'll see the
Okay.
master data relevant for the SAP MM module. Okay,
Okay.
and then we'll see the procurement process, purchasing process. Okay,
Okay.
we'll see the
Yeah.
end to end purchasing process. Okay.
Hmm.
What are the functionalities involved? How the process flow will be? How it is done in SAP? What settings you have to,
Hmm.
all those entire purchasing process we will discuss in detail.
Okay.
Okay, and after that we will be discussing inventory management.
Okay.
Okay, inventory management, total how to manage
Yeah. Yeah.
all the inventory management
Yeah. Yeah. Materials. Correct. Correct.
materials. Then we'll discuss on the invoice verification. Okay, so
Hmm.
when you procure the
Yeah.
material from the supplier will send us
Hmm.
the invoice, correct, to make the payment.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Correct.
that invoice verification, all those things done in SAP, all those things we'll discuss. Okay,
Okay.
after that we'll discuss on the planning part, MRP, material requirement planning.
Hmm.
Okay, so how the MRP is done in SAP, how what is the settings, okay, how why it is important, how the planning is done.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
so how the purchase requisitions will get generated automatically, all those things will discuss
Okay.
the MRP.
Okay.
Then we'll see the physical inventory process. Okay,
Hmm.
so physical inventory process, how it is done in SAP. Okay,
Okay.
so what are the how it is executed, all those things we'll discuss. Okay,
Okay.
then pricing procedure,
Hmm.
like how you will charge the vendor.
Define the. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So those entire pricing procedure we'll be discussing in detail. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
we'll discuss some of the special processes in MM. See, normal purchasing is a normal purchasing where you give the purchase order to
Okay.
vendor will supply the material, will receive the
Yeah. Yeah.
material. So that is a normal purchase.
GRN.
Other than that,
Yeah. Yeah.
some special processes like subcontracting, consignment,
Okay.
okay, third
Okay.
party purchasing, okay, so
Okay.
stock transfer. So those kind of special processes are there in MM. So those things we'll discuss. Okay, what setting
Okay.
make for that,
Okay.
what is the process flow, all those things we'll be discussing.
Hmm.
After that we'll see the
Fine.
integration of MM with other modules. Okay,
Okay.
how the MM module is integrated with the other modules of SAP. Okay, that will
Okay.
discuss, and finally we will
Okay.
see the configuration part of SAP. Okay,
Okay.
if you work as
Fine.
a consultant tomorrow, if you go and work as a
Yes.
consultant in a project, what you will be doing, you will be doing the configuration, correct,
We do. Yes. Exactly. Configuration is required.
required. So we will see the configuration of MM.
Yeah.
Okay? So this is the course content, boss.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so first in the MM overview, this is normally for pure freshers, boss. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
normally for you I think it is not required actually, but still we'll see
Okay.
what is SAP, why SAP is used. Okay, okay, what are the advantages of using SAP,
Fine.
why
Fine.
organizations goes for the MM module of
Okay.
SAP ERP application. Okay, so
Okay.
why SAP has become number one ERP in the world. Okay, and then
Hmm.
what is the MM module, what are the functionalities
Hmm.
available in MM module, why organization goes for MM module implementation. Okay,
Hmm.
how the MM module
Okay.
plays the role in the entire supply chain cycle. Okay, and then we will see the
Okay.
basic navigation in SAP. So this is like an overview part.
Okay.
So this thing we'll discuss. After that, we'll move to the enterprise structure. So for
Okay.
any SAP implementation, any successful SAP module implementation, first thing is you need to map the organization as an enterprise structure
Structure.
into the system. Okay, so if
Correct.
you map
Correct.
correctly to the system, then your module implementation will be successful one. Okay, so these are
Okay.
organizational elements like client, company code, plant, storage location, purchase organization, purchasing group, all those things. Okay, so we will discuss
Okay.
in detail what are all these things, how to create them. Okay, what is
Hmm.
the relation
Okay.
between them, how they are defined in the system, all those things we'll discuss.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the enterprise.
Okay, sir.
So first, any
Okay.
module, first we need to understand the enterprise structure.
Okay.
So these are the organizational elements which I have told just now. Client, company
Yeah.
code, plant, storage location, purchasing organization, purchasing group. So we will discuss organizational structure from point of view.
Okay.
Okay? So how all these are defined, what are they, what is the relation between them, how they have to be defined, what is a central purchase organization, decentralized purchasing organization, all those things we'll discuss in detail in organizational structure.
Okay.
Okay, so once the organizational structure is done, we'll go to the procurement cycle.
Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
so
Sure.
we'll see the entire procurement cycle, like how the purchase requisitions are created,
Yeah. Requisition order.
and
Yeah.
then
Okay.
how the source determination is done. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
like from which
Correct.
vendor we need to procure. For that, you will have a quotation. You will ask for
Mm.
request for quotation. Once you receive the
Mm.
quotation, we will compare the quotations. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
once the quotation comparison is done, we will select the appropriate vendor, right vendor.
Yeah.
Once the right
Correct.
vendor is determined, we will convert the purchase requisition to purchase order. Okay,
Purchase order.
then
Correct.
purchase order printing, and then purchase order is given to this vendor first to supply the material.
Mm.
And once we
Yeah. The
receive the,
TRM.
once we supply the material, we receive the material goods receipt. How this goods
Mm.
receipt is done,
Good.
then we'll see the invoice verification process, and then finally
Yeah. Yeah.
payment. So this
Payment. Payment.
entire supply chain process we'll see in detail.
Fine. No issue.
What are the transactions used, what settings you have to make, what are the different scenarios available, what are the scenarios, what are the requirements we'll be getting from the client when we implement the procurement
Okay.
cycle, what settings you have to,
Okay.
all those things we'll be discussing in the procurement cycle. Okay, so this is a
Okay.
typical purchasing process flow. Okay, so we will have the
Okay.
determination of requirement which comes from MRP or sometimes
Mm.
so your purchase requisition is created sometimes automatically from MRP, or sometimes you create it
Mm.
manually. Okay,
Okay.
then you ask for the
Okay.
request for quotation from the suppliers, vendors. So he supplies the
Mm.
quotations, you compare them. So once you compare them, you arrive at the right vendor, correct vendor. You select the vendor, and for that vendor, you convert the purchase requisition to purchase order, and you will give the purchase order to the vendor. He will supply the material, and you make the GR, goods receipt. You receive the materials, and then you do invoice verification, and then finally you will make the payment to the vendor.
Mm.
Okay, so this is
Okay.
the typical purchasing process. So this we'll discuss in detail in the system.
Okay.
Okay, and then after that we'll move on to inventory management.
Yeah. Yeah. Am
How the
correct.
inventories are
Okay.
managed in the system. So we will see good.
Mm-hmm.
What are the different methods of good receipt? Okay, what are the
Mm-hmm.
different methods of goods issue? How the goods are issued to the different departments in the
Mm.
company, like production, quality department, plant maintenance, engineering people. What are the different methods of goods issue? Okay, and stock
Yeah.
transfer, how the stocks are transferred from one location to another location, one plant to another plant.
Mm.
Okay, so those, then
Okay.
transfer posting, stock transfer from one material to another material, transfer posting
Mm-hmm.
we'll discuss. Then reservations, how to create the reservation, how to reserve one material to reserve one material for a particular process. Okay,
Okay.
and then what are the various movement types available in SAP.
Mm.
For every stock movement you have a movement type. Okay, so
Okay.
what are those movement types, all those things we'll discuss. And what are the different stock types? You might have heard these words, right? Stock types, like
Yeah. Yeah. I know. Yeah. Yeah. I know.
unrestricted use stock, and then
Mm.
quality stock. Okay, So quality,
Yeah, yeah.
quality stock,
Mm-hmm.
and then blocked stock.
Blocks. So,
Blocked stock.
correct.
So like this, there are a lot of stock types. So what are those stock
Yeah,
types?
industry to industry is very
Uh, so those things we'll be discussing in the system. And after that, when you do
okay.
goods movement, what are the effects will be taking place in the system? Okay, what type of
Okay.
documents are created, like your material document, accounting document, controlling document, all the documents which are created, those things we'll be discussing. And after that, we'll be discussing how to cancel the documents, that means reversals process.
Okay.
Okay, so these things we'll be discussing in the inventory management topic.
Sure.
Then after that, we'll be going on to the invoice verification process.
Okay.
So what are the functionalities available in the invoice verification? How invoice verification is done, basic process, how taxes, cash discounts, foreign currency are handled. So blocking, if you want to block the invoice, how the invoice blocking is done, invoice reductions, all those things we'll be discussing in the invoice verification process.
Okay.
How to involve the delivery costs in the invoice, subsequent debits, credits, all those things we'll be discussing. Okay, so once the
Okay.
invoice process is done, we'll move on to material requirement planning, MRP.
Mm.
Have you heard this word, MRP?
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
know. I know.
So what is MRP? How MRP is executed in SAP? Okay, so what are the different MRP methods available, procedures available? What is the difference between those MRP procedures? Okay,
Mm.
what is the consumption based planning? Normally in consumption based planning is used. Okay, what are the different
Mm-hmm.
types of consumption based plannings? Among them is the reorder point planning is there. What is reorder point planning? What settings you have to make? Okay, so all those things. Safety stock, what is safety stock? What is reorder point? So how the MRP
Mm.
run is executed, plant level, material level, for a combination of some materials, all those things we'll discuss. Then how to analyze the MRP results. Once the MRP run is completed, how to analyze MRP run results, all those things we'll be discussing in the MRP. Okay, hello, hello, Vinod, are you there? Hello, Vinod, I am not able to hear you.
I lost the connection.
Yeah, yeah. Now are you able to hear me?
Yeah, yeah. I'm able.
Yeah. Screen is also visible, right?
Yeah, it's visible now.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So we will discuss
Yeah.
MRP in detail in the MRP topic.
Okay.
Okay. So total in MRP, how it is done, what are the process involved, everything we'll be discussing in the MRP.
Sure.
Okay. Then after that, we'll go to physical inventory process. Okay.
Okay.
Physical inventory is normally done periodically, like every month, or okay, or
Mm.
once in six
Mm.
months or once in a year. That depends from organization to organization. So how this physical
Mm.
inventory process is done in SAP?
Mm.
Okay, so those how the physical inventory document is created, how the results are entered, and how to pose the differences between SAP stock and physical stock. Okay, so
Okay.
those things
Yes.
we'll be discussing in the physical inventory process.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then after that we'll be moving on to pricing procedure. Okay, so
Mm.
how we'll see the introduction to pricing, how the schema determination, schema calculation, condition records, condition types, access sequence, condition table, everything we'll be discussing about the pricing procedures. Okay, pricing is nothing but determine the price, where for a vendor will charge some price for supplying the material, right?
So it is like a vendor-wise pricing is
Ah,
also there.
yeah, yeah, vendor wise pricing is there, metal wise pricing is there. So where you need to maintain
Okay.
data, what settings you have to make, all those things will be
Okay. Okay.
in the pricing.
Fine.
Okay, so now after
Okay.
pricing, we will be going to special processes in MM. So
Uh-huh.
whatever we discussed is so far is the like normal purchasing cycle.
Okay.
Okay? But there are some special processes like subcontracting,
Mm-hmm.
consignment, non-stock item.
Mm.
Okay, subcontracting means what
Okay.
happens is sometimes you give your raw materials to
Uh,
vendor. Okay,
okay.
vendor will
Mm.
manufacture the product and he will supply the product to us.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Correct.
that
Correct.
process how you will handle in SAP. What setting
Mm-hmm.
you will make.
Okay.
Okay, where you will do all the what is the process flow, everything we'll see. Consignment process,
Okay.
non-stock items. See what happens is in some industries, some for some materials they don't keep the stock in the company. What when the material comes, automatically you will consume them.
Okay.
Okay, so how that non-stock items are handled in SAP. Then external
Yeah,
service.
yeah.
Suppose in your company one machine is not working properly, what you will do, you
Mm.
ask for a third party person to come and do the activity, service activity.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so once you do the service activity, you will pay, you will make some payment to him, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So that
Okay.
external service activity, how it is done. It is not
Okay.
a material procurement, it is a service procurement kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how that is done in SAP. Okay, then
Mm.
pipeline materials. Pipeline materials means you will not have the stock. You will not have pipeline materials. Okay, so pipeline materials means the material keep on getting supplied every day. Okay, so how that material has to be accounted in the system. That is called pipeline.
It
Like
is
suppose
like
you are getting
production,
production.
production.
So suppose you are getting water every day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So water you will not maintain stock. Only water will keep on coming. So how that water is maintained?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that pipeline materials process. Okay.
Okay.
Then third party purchasing. That means you will not purchase directly. You will give the PO to the vendor. Vendor will supply to the your supplier, your customer. Okay. So
Yes,
that
ma'am.
is what called
Okay.
third party purchasing. So
Fine.
these are some of the special processes. How you will do it in SAP, we will see.
Okay.
Okay. Then after that, we will move on to batch management. Okay, so batch management
Okay.
nowadays everybody is using. So from point
Yeah.
of view, we will be using learning batch management. 10 minutes, 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we will see batch management.
Mm.
For 10 minutes అయిపోతుంది demo. Okay, so we'll see batch management. Okay,
Yeah.
so what is batch, how the batches are created when you receive the materials from the vendor. Okay, how to create automatic batches, and what is classification, how the shelf lives are maintained, everything we'll discuss. Okay,
Mm.
we'll discuss everything in the batch management.
Okay.
Okay, so once the batch management is done, we'll move on to configuration part. Okay, so
Okay.
we'll see the configuration with respect to
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so enterprise structure configuration, master data configuration, purchasing configuration, inventory management configuration, MRP configuration, pricing configuration, everything we'll see in detail.
Okay.
Okay, and then finally we'll see the integration of with other modules, PP, SD, QM, PM, FICO, all those things we'll discuss. So if you go to an interview, this is very much important. They'll ask for the integration of with other modules.
Okay.
So those things we'll be discussing in detail. Okay.
Okay.
I missed one slide, I think. Okay. So that's what. And then here I missed one slide and it got deleted. Master data slide actually it got missed. So master data
Oh, okay.
somehow
Okay.
it got missed. Okay. So we'll after the organizational structure, we'll discuss on the master data like material master, vendor master,
Mm.
using info
Mm.
record, source list, quota arrangement.
Mm-hmm.
We need to understand master data before going into the functionalities. Okay,
Yeah.
so how material
Correct.
master is
Correct.
created, where you need to make the settings, all those things. Then vendor master, how vendor master is created,
Mm.
what are the different types of vendors are there, how vendor master is,
Mm.
where you make the settings, everything we'll be discussing in the vendor master. Okay,
Okay.
so we'll discuss all the master data relevant for module.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what. So now finally, once the training is gets completed, I will be giving you three types of documents.
Okay.
I will give you first SAP certification documents. Okay,
What is that?
these are given by the SAP Germany. I'll show you a sample doc.
Ah.
Those documents will be for your future reference. So, are you able to see this document? Processes in procurement. Okay, it is of 677 pages.
Okay. Okay. That's available on SAP site. I
Alright.
think so.
So you will be getting these documents. All the soft copies.
Yeah. 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 Okay.
Okay, so you
Got it. Got it.
documents will be for your future reference.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I will give you all the related processes in procurement, inventory management,
Okay.
physical inventory, invoice verification, purchasing, procurement of external services, warehouse management, all those things, all these certification documents I will give you.
Okay.
Okay. So they will be for your future reference.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now the next documents I will give you process flow documents. So whatever I teach
Hmm.
during my training, I prepared with them with step-by-step screenshots.
Hmm.
Okay, I will show you one sample document. Okay, suppose company code, how to create company code. Suppose let's say how
Okay.
to create purchase organization. I prepared with step-by-step screenshots. Are you able to see?
Yeah, yeah, okay.
So I will give you these documents also. Okay.
Okay.
For whatever I teach during my training, entire thing is prepared with step-by-step screenshots. Okay.
Okay.
I will give you these
Okay.
documents also. Suppose vendor master, how to create the vendor master.
Okay.
Okay. So I will give you these documents also. So while
Okay.
practicing, you can use these documents. You can refer to these documents.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So these documents I will give you at the end of the training, during the training itself.
Okay.
Okay. Now the third type of documents I will give you is configuration documents, because if you go as a consultant, you will be doing configuration, correct?
Yes, sir.
So I will be giving you the step-by-step configuration documents. So I will show you a configuration document, inventory management configuration, how you will be doing.
Hmm.
So if you see here, so this configuration, are you able to see?
Yes, yes, I can.
So these step-by-step config documents also I can see. By referring to these documents, if you go to any implementation projects, you can do your configuration on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can do this configuration on your own.
Okay.
Okay,
Got it.
so these
Hmm.
configuration documents also I will share at the end of the training. Okay,
Okay.
for all topics you'll be getting the configuration documents. Enterprise
Okay.
structure, inventory management, master data, MRP configuration document, all the documents, purchasing configuration document, everything you will be getting.
Hmm.
Okay, so you will be getting certification documents, process flow documents, config documents.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay, so these are the documentation.
Okay, sir.
So
Okay.
the total training will take around 30 days, 30 hours. Sorry. Okay,
30 hours.
30 hours. I will be normally giving training in two methods. One is Monday to Friday
Hmm.
during weekdays. Okay, daily 1 hour.
Weekdays, okay.
Daily 1 hour. Monday to
Daily
Friday.
1 hour.
Daily
What
1
day?
hour. Or
What time?
weekends
Timing
batches,
is
I
given.
will be giving it as Saturday and Sunday, 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours.
No, no. For the weekdays, it is like we can take any schedule and from
No, no,
morning to evening, or
we
is
have
a
to,
specific timing with
no,
you?
no, we will have a specific timing. Based on that, we have to decide.
What is the timing schedule?
That we need to
Because
discuss.
I have to decide.
That we need to discuss. Okay.
Okay, that. Okay,
Okay.
fine, fine.
And sometimes for some people, I teach on only on weekends. That is Saturday and Sunday. Saturday 2.5 hours and Sunday 2.5 hours.
Sir, actually the problem is for me weekends is not Saturday or Sunday. For me weekends is Friday and Saturday. That is the
Oh,
biggest
I know,
problem.
I know, I know. Yeah, I was in Middle East, right? I know. Yes, yes, yes.
Middle is having
Yeah,
a Friday. No?
yeah, I know, I know. Okay. So that is the
Yeah.
methods. We'll discuss on that part. Okay. And then the training
Okay.
will happen in this go-to meeting.
Okay.
And even you can record the training sessions while the training is going on.
Okay.
You can record the videos, and later on, whenever you are having time, you can play those videos again.
Okay.
Okay,
Great.
and you will be given the IDs access. Okay,
Okay.
SAP demo server you will be given for practicing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That will require, otherwise,
That's what.
no use.
Now the training will happen through real time scenarios. Normally people will think that trainer will open some word files and he will be just going through the slides, screenshots and all. It's
Mm,
not like that. For each and every
mm,
functionality process, I will be logging on to SAP. Okay, and
mm,
I will be
mm,
executing each and every transaction, each and every process. Okay, end to end I will
mm,
be executing, and to execute that process back end, what settings you have to make as a consultant, all those things
mm,
we'll be discussing in detail.
mm.
Okay, so end to end transaction will be done in SAP.
Okay.
Don't be in the opinion that I will be opening some word files and just going through some screenshots and all. It will not be like that. I will be logging on to
Mm,
SAP. I'll be logging on
Okay.
SAP and I will be showing each and every process, each and every functionality step by step executing.
Mm.
Okay, so that is what the training methodology will be taken care of, boss. Okay, so
Okay.
if you have any doubts or questions, you can ask me now.
Fine. So okay, but whenever we'll start the session, then only doubts and new.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
But what are
the
the
opinions
suitable
will
timings
come.
during weekdays?
Say again.
What is the suitable timings during weekdays?
See, if I say weekdays is like we have a time difference of 1.5 hours.
Okay.
See,
Suppose if morning.
in the
No, no, let me tell you one thing. Suppose my time here 9 a.m.
9 a.m. Okay,
9
then my timing will be around 6:30.
So that time is okay for you. Morning after waking up,
Uh,
have the class and go to office.
yes.
That
Till what time? Till what time at evening you continue your training session? 8 o'clock,
actually,
9 o'clock.
I am working for a US client now. So I go to
Okay.
office at around 1 p.m. in the afternoon.
Okay. In the morning, I think is suitable for it, right?
Morning time is suitable for me. Till 11 or 11 a.m.
Oh,
IST is suitable for me.
okay, fine. I think this 9 a.m. is good for me also because 6:30 to 7:30 my class timing will be there, and 8 o'clock I can move for my office.
Yeah, that's what. So think about it.
I think
Yeah.
yeah, no, 9 a.m. is I think workable
Okay.
as per Indian time.
Yeah, yeah. So just think about it. If you are ready to start okay. If you are okay with the training, if you want to take the training, just inform that what's his name, uh, that Giridhar.
Yeah, Girdhar. Yeah,
Giridhar.
fine.
Accordingly, we can start the classes.
Okay,
Okay.
sure.
So that's all, boss.
Yeah,
Other than this, you have anything to ask?
no, it's okay. Remaining things, I think I had to discuss with Girdhar only about the the financial things. I have to discuss with
Yeah,
Girdhar
yeah.
only.
Financial part you have to discuss with Giridhar only. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just tell me one thing that I just have some queries related to not exactly with the part only. I'm just talking about all about SAP point of view.
Okay.
It is like what the training part. What I'm going to take it is workable as for the consulting point of view also because you know that consulting
Yeah,
things
yeah.
because there is a two kind of
No,
see
no, no.
because there's a
Training.
different kind of users
No, no.
and then yeah, yeah.
Understood. This training will be given to make you as a work as a consultant, not as a end user or a core user.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to ask this
Yes,
thing
yes,
because my profile in future will be consultant only.
yes, yes, yes,
Even if I'm working with us, as a client or as a implementing team,
yes, yes,
whatever it is, but I have to work as a consulting
yes, yes,
part of. And I wanted to use my existing knowledge
yes.
with the SAP because whatever I have learned in my last 7 to 8 years,
Hmm.
that is little bit different because I work with all kind of modules.
Okay.
So I wanted to just to merge these things, how it will work in SAP. This kind of doubts will definitely come in picture.
Yes, yes.
Maybe I will ask these kinds of queries
Yes.
because
Not.
what I have seen the SAP
Uh,
like I've seen almost things are same.
hmm.
Only the difference is like uh, 20 to 30% things which we use in construction industry,
Hmm.
but it is not available with the listed out things
Hmm.
in
Okay.
So
Okay.
these kind of things can be come in picture like how we will handle these things.
Okay.
And there are